The Pete Rose story is making many Americans sad and many others very angry. The issue is this: does one of America's most important sports idols deserve to be toppled from his pedestal? After many weeks of speculation as to whether Rose violated the most basic rules of professional baseball behavior, including those against betting, especially on his own team, the Reds, the baseball commissioner's office has said for the first time it has the evidence. Here's ABC's Charles Thomas.
It was a hearing to consider whether Baseball Commissioner Bart Giamatti's investigation of Pete Rose had been fair and impartial. Attorneys for Major League Baseball asked the judge not to interfere.
There is evidence, substantial and heavily corroborated evidence, that Mr. Rose bet large sums of money on Major League Baseball games and on games of the Cincinnati Reds.
Baseball's lead witness was its chief investigator, John Dowd. He said the significant evidence includes checks written by Rose allegedly to pay off gambling debts, records of telephone calls to known gamblers and bookmakers, and lists of bets Dowd says were written by Rose.
That an experienced handwriting expert had reported to me that that was his handwriting on the betting sheet.
ABC News has obtained copies of the alleged betting sheets that baseball investigators say indicate that Rose bet on Cincinnati to beat San Diego on April 10th and 11th, 1987. The New York Times reported today the FBI matched Rose's fingerprints to those on the documents. Pete Rose has denied betting on baseball games, and his attorneys argue today the issue is not the evidence, but whether Bart Giamatti should be allowed to judge the serious charges his own investigators have made.
Pete Rose is entitled to have an impartial decision maker and fair procedures for judging the accusations leveled against him.
Whoever the court decides should judge the case, Major League Baseball made it clear today. Pete Rose has lots of questions to answer. Charles Thomas, ABC News, Cincinnati.